Well, hello and welcome to today's video. I hope you guys are well. Today I'm at Cannock Chase. I'm here to do a bit of woodland photography, but as much as it being about where I am, it's also about who I'm with. I'm with these guys here. Now, if you don't know who these guys are, then you need to probably check out YouTube a little bit more. We've got Steve Stain here. We've got Martin there. Smithy there. We've got Colin over the back there, and these guys are 3 of the F7.1, and if you don't watch their podcast then you should give that a go, but equally they've all got their own YouTube channels. So I'm here at Cannock Chase and I'm here to do a bit of woodland photography, so let's see how it goes, shall we? So I've come across this first composition here. In fact, we've all come across this composition and it's kind of stopped us in our tracks a little bit. Now what you've got here is you've got this oak tree, really old gnarly oak, and it's sort of down in the dip, so it's sort of the background is basically dark and there's no sky in it at all. But the reason that everyone stopped to look at it and the reason that it's working so well is because there's a really nice rim light on all of the branches. It's absolutely fantastic. So I've come over a little bit here because I wanted to take advantage of the 2 trees that are in the foreground here, but also by coming to this side I can shoot this tree on the right hand side, which hopefully should anchor the image a little bit. Now at the moment it's very, very bright, so it's probably too bright to get the shot because I'm going to get some lens flare from the sun, but previously the sun was quite diffuse, so it kind of worked. I'm looking at it now actually, and I'm wondering if these 2 trees in the foreground are going to be more of a hindrance actually than a help. So I might move myself forward a little bit, go past those trees and just actually shoot the oak. So I'm here at another iconic tree. This is the Martin Juka tree. It's this. I mean, look at this tree. What a fantastic specimen it is. But how you take a shot of it, I'm not sure. It's quite tricky. We've all just had a discussion about exactly how tricky it is. Actually, I've gone for a pano, which I don't think is going to work. But I've also gone for a tighter shot where I'm just focusing in on some of these really interesting gnarly branches, so we'll have a look and see how that works. But Cannock Chase, what a place, absolutely fantastic. Really, really good to come and just have a wander around, especially with these guys. But yeah, I'm loving this. So if that's worked, I'll pop it up now. So just found another shot here, but what I really wanted to say in this little segment really is it more than the photography, this is much more today, it's about meeting these guys, you know, coming and meeting some like-minded people, having a chat with them, and they've shown me around a lot of the real sort of highlights of this place. But to be honest with you, you could be here for days and not get everything out of it. And photography is woodland photography is it's sort of better in terms of the compositions, in terms of getting a shot when you're on your own. But it's so great just to come out with like-minded people and have a chat. So, you know, that's really all I wanted to say in this little bit. I'm just waiting for the sun to come out, which it's just starting to do, and then I'll talk you through this next shot. So talking about the actual shot, here, as you can see behind me, we've got this fantastic tree, really, really nice, really characterful, and it's sat on its own, and it's sort of on a ridge here. So you've got really nicely, you've got a really lovely backdrop, which is, there's a little bit of sky in my image, but I'm going to crop that out. And it looks fantastic. And these silver birches in the background are really acting as sort of like a real nice backdrop for it. And it's kind of, they're kind of, Martin was just saying actually on his video, they're kind of making it look like mist because of the colours of them at the moment and the way that the light's playing with it. So yeah, I think this is a really good shot, and it's going to be, for me, it's going to be a letterbox image. I'm going to cut the sky off and probably cut a little bit of these ferns off at the bottom, but I actually quite like the colour of those as well because they're quite rusty. You've got beautiful moss on the actual tree itself, which is really, you know, lovely, sort of lovely green, and you've got a beautiful background as well. So yeah, I think this shot's going to work out really well. So I'm actually back in the car now, and it's hailing. I'm on my phone. Just thought to say a quick goodbye, but before that, a very quick sort of chat about how good it is really to meet other photographers and to, you know, spend time with them. And, you know, there was probably only 2 or 3 shots taken today, which is not an awful lot really for the distance that I've driven, but it was about so much more than that. You know, it was brilliant today seeing Steve, Martin and Colin, absolutely fantastic. And I will put links to all their channels below, and please check them out, especially Martin. I mean, Martin doesn't get the credit, and the other two are good as well. I'm not saying they're not, but Martin really doesn't get the credit he deserves. God, this house a nightmare. But yeah, it was a really good trip, and I hope you enjoyed the images, and I hope that you've enjoyed watching the video as well. Please go and check out their channels as well if you can. It's well worth a look. What is going on? I'm actually back here, so we've been and had a breakfast, but I've actually come back to where we were because I need to continue doing a bit of wildlife, which I started yesterday and had very little success with. So I'm kind of hoping that this afternoon I'm going to have a bit more success, but I'm not going anywhere until this hail stops. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this week's video, and I will see you again really soon.